W8WKY. This is KE8VZA. I will be your pre-net controller for the BeaconNet pre-show coming up at the bottom of the hour. We have about 5 minutes. If anyone would like to get an early spot on the list, please call now.
KF8ADQ, Joe in Kent, Ohio.
Copy KF8ADQ, Joe, got you on the list here. Any other stations want to get in before the pre-show starts, please call now.
Kilo Charlie 3, Sierra Echo Golf, Greg, Panama City Beach, Florida.
Copy KC3SEG, Greg from Panama City, Florida. Good to hear you, Greg. Got you on the list. I also grabbed from the blue screen Andy AB8MO and also Tom KA8MNT. Anyone else want to get an early seat up in the front row? Please call now. KE8VZA returning. and we'll start the BeaconNet pre-show at the bottom of the hour here. We have a couple minutes. If anyone else would like to get in before the pre-show onto the log, please call now.
Here is Whiskey 8, Delta, Echo, Charlie, Matt in the Mobile, short time.
Copy W8DEC, Matt in the Mobile, short time. Got you on the list here. We're going to start the pre-show in less than a minute. All right, please stand by for our announcer.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST, this is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha. I will be your pre-net net control station for the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, on 147 Mark 390, has a positive offset, and PL tone of 114 Mark 8. You can also connect via Allstar Node 48496 or Echolink W8WKY-R. Again, I am KE8BZA. My personal is Eric, Echo, Romeo, India, Charlie, and I'll be your pre-show net controller tonight. Excuse me, I'm going to take a break for time, and we'll come back and do our Mickey Mouse roll call. KE8BZA returning. Now it's time for our Mickey Mouse roll call, so to speak. We'll check in with our BeaconNet control team and make sure that everybody is here that needs to be here and is and equipment operating properly. So first on the list is Nick at night, KE8QKO, who will be our net control station at the top of the hour for the main net. Nick, are you out there, KE8QKO?
KE8BZA, KE8QKO. Yes, sir, I'm out here. I'm standing by for the start of the net. So I guess with that, I'll pass it back to you, Eric. Thanks for doing the free show, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. KE8QKO.
All right, very good, Nick. You're welcome, and good to hear you tonight. You're sounding good. We'll clear with KE8QKO. We will see him in less than 30 minutes, or hear him, I should say. Next on the list is a man with no responsibilities whatsoever on a Sunday night, KD8EPC Dustin. Are you out there? How are you, and are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
KEVZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC on Echolink. Eric, I will be sticking around for the big show. I'm not on my radio yet, but I am here, and I'll be over there in a little bit. So with that, this is KD8EPC. Back to pre-net controls.
W8WKY.
All right, very good, Dustin. You're sounding good coming in over Echolink. It's working for you tonight. So we got you on the log here, and we'll clear with KD8 EPC for now. I am KE8 VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show, and we're going to roll on down to our next station here. Another man with no responsibilities on a Sunday night, Just Nick, KE8 SG. How are you, Just Nick? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8 VZA, this is KD8 SLG. Down the farm on Allstar tonight. I should be here. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
All right there, Just Nick. Good to hear you. Sounding good. Got you on the log, sticking around. Next on the list, we'll clear with KD8 SLG for now. And next on the list is W8HRF, Josh. How you doing, Josh? Are you out there? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
KE8 VZA and the BeaconNet pre-show. W8HRF, good evening, Eric. And good evening to everybody on the pre-show. Good to hear you. I'm not going to be sticking around tonight. I have a bright and early morning tomorrow. I am heading to Michigan, so I'm going to be in and out. But good to hear you, and had a good weekend here. I'm currently obsessed with cleaning windows. I'm wrapping up cleaning the house right now. We got into a cleaning spree here, so we're going to wrap that up and we're going to head to bed. So I'll throw it back to you, Eric, and say 7-3. KE8 BZA, W8HRF.
All right, Josh, good to hear from you. Yeah, you know, window cleaning, not my favorite task, but it does have an oddly satisfying quality when you see the results. But anyway, so good luck with that. Good to hear you tonight. We got you on the log in and out. And KE8YUK Lucy, are you cleaning windows too?
KE8 VZA, KE8YUK. I'm doing everything in my power to avoid cleaning windows. But I'm turning up my timesheet for church and picking up odds and ends and doing dishes and generally so excited to fall asleep. So tired. We had the Battle of the Bands fundraiser, which I volunteered at, which was really hard. It was a lot of fun, but it was so much work. And then I got a lot of the leftovers to use for youth group, which was very nice, but yet more stuff to move. So my whole body just wants to just fall into the abyss of sleep, which will happen hopefully soon. That's why we're checking in and out. But if he's still on the kick of Windows, I might just go to bed without him because, man, I'm done. But I hope everybody has a great night. It's been a long time since we've stuck around for a Sunday net, so hopefully it'll happen eventually. In the meantime, enjoy the weather, everybody. Good night and God bless. Back to you, Eric. KE8YUK, KE8 VZA.
All right, Lucy. Very good. Yeah, maybe you want to steer clear of cleaning windows if he's got it under control. Anyway, sorry, Josh. Yeah, so get some rest. Yeah, I think you earned it. And we got you on the list as in and out tonight. Good to hear from you, Lucy. Thanks for checking in. We'll clear with KE8YUK. And we'll put a call out for our next station, our alt trivia master, Alan. He's still on another net, but we'll give it a shot. KI5DAY, Alan, are you out there yet? KE8VZA returning, have no fear. Alan will join us when he is finished with the other net. So we'll roll on down and take some more check-ins here in a minute. But first, I'm going to read off who I have from the blue screen. So far, I have KC3SEG, who also checked in via RF. I have Andy, AB8MO. I have Ray in our customary 10th slot, K5CFY. Joe, KF8ADQ. Tom, KA8MNT, who asked to be in and out tonight. And W8DEC, Matthew, Mobile and I believe he said he was short time. We'll get right back to you, Matthew, in a second here. And I picked up Jarrett, AI5Q. Okay, Matthew, W8DEC. Are you going to stick around for the main net? Whiskey 8, Delta Echo Charlie. Matthew, are you out there? This is KE8VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show. All right, he did say he was short time, I'm pretty sure, and maybe his time ran out. I apologize, Matthew. We'll circle back and try to pick you up in a bit here. For now, I'm going to go ahead and take some more check-ins. If you'd like to get on the log here for the BeaconNet, this is the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. I'm KE8VZA. Personal here is Eric, Echo, Romeo, India, Charlie. If you'd like to get on the log, please call now.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Bravo, November Foxtrot.
Net control piece again, KJ5 EKW, Kilo Julia 5 Echo Kilo Whiskey, Kenny and Bixby.
All right, KE8VZA returning. We got a handful there. Anybody else that would like to check in before I start working this list, please call now. All right, nothing heard. Let's go ahead and work this list. So first up to bat here is Greg, KC3SEG from Panama City, Florida. So Greg, just to let you know, I will get your address resolved here in the log, and Andy has some suggestions for me in the blue screen. I tried one. We'll give it a shot in a minute, but have no fear. How you doing? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
This is Kilo Charlie 3 Sierra Echo Golf. Good evening to you, Eric. Yeah, I'll be sticking around for the net tonight. I'm 1 hour behind you guys, so it's only 8:30 and something here. So I'm still getting used to the Central Daylight Time. But yeah, no worries with the net logger there. Other nets I'm on, that's all corrected, so it must be something on your end. I'm not sure. But anyway, I am located in Panama City Beach, right across the bridge from Panama City. Eric, keep me on the list here. This is KC3SEG back to that.
All right, very good, Greg. Good to hear you. And yeah, Andy's got a suggestion for me out there. I tried it. I think I goofed. So I get rolling and get that taken care of for you. So good to hear you're sticking around. Good to hear you. And we'll clear with KC3SEG for now and roll on down to Andy, AB8MO. How you doing, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
All right. Yeah, I've kind of run down that path before, and
it has something to do with the fact that you're running a custom profile, which I do too, with the Wolverine net, and they kind of have the same thing going on. And it pulls QRZs, it queries QRZ once, and if you have it actually saved locally in Greg's preferred name is Gregory's preferred name is Greg. So I know you have your saved, and so it stores that information forever and ever until it's. So probably the best way to do it is to just try to fix it when there isn't an active net. I'm still trying to remember what I did to correct it myself. It's been so long since I've had to do force a refresh on QRZ information. I thought that's how you could do it. Click on the call and hit tab, and it should refresh and hit save, but I could be wrong. I've done it before, but it's been a long time, so it's not a huge crisis. So I'll be sticking around for the net, I guess. Yeah, Bat, WADEC, he was at Garrettsville, and I knew he was getting pretty close to his destination. So we'll have to let him know we tried to get back with him. Once in a while, he checks into the barometer net on his way to work, so might be able to catch him tomorrow. Back to you there, Eric. This is AB Get About.
All right, very good, Andy. You're bringing a little bit of frying bacon in with you there, but you're totally copyable. Good, strong signal. Thanks for the tips, and I had another issue a while back with Nick at night and just Nick's addresses getting reversed, and I just had to manually correct it and then do an update. Was it update club log info? So that's probably what I'll do with Greg there. We'll get him all set up, ship shape. So thanks for the tips there and for jogging my memory. And we'll clear with AB8MO for now and go down and see if Ray's here yet. He may still be on another net, K5CFY. Are you out there, Ray? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight? All right, nothing heard. He'll be with us shortly, I bet. So we'll go on down to the next station, KF8ADQ. Joe, how you doing tonight, Joe? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
This is KF8ADQ. I am doing splendid, and yes, I am sticking around for the main show. Thank you.
All right, very, very good there, Joe. Got you on the log here. We'll clear with KF8ADQ. And I am KE8VZA, the pre-net show, net controller. There we go, pre-net show, net controller. That's a mouthful. Anyway, this is a controlled net, I forgot to mention, and all traffic, please pass through net control. Emergency traffic is free to break in at any time. And also, just a reminder to allow a little pause between transmissions so that our linked-in stations can stay that way. So I forgot what else I was going to say. Anyway, we'll just roll on down the list. I picked up Jairus from the blue screen, AI5Q. How you doing tonight, Jairus? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
KE8VZA, AI5Q. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to stick around for the main net. I'm reprogramming some handy-talkies with my computer because I was having trouble doing it on the faceplate. A couple of Yaesus are not as bad as Baofangs, but they're not easy to reprogram, generally speaking, especially the Yaesu FT4X. It defaults every tone to 100. And no matter what you tell it you want it to be, it stays at 100 in the software until you program it with the computer. So I had to reprogram some stuff. I changed my node frequency significantly to allow this radio I'm talking on to get on it, and just had to reprogram all the handy-talkies so we're straight across the board. Anyway, we'll send it back to you, and we will be here. AI 5Q.
All right, Jairus, very good. I have a Yaesu FT65 that gave me a little bit of a problem until I figured out what I was doing wrong. You know, in my case, I had to read the manual. You know, that's a hard thing to do sometimes. But I ultimately ended up programming it via computer as well, and that was a lot easier, as you know. Anyway, good to hear you, Jairus. Got you on the list, sticking around. We'll go down to our next station. We'll clear with AI5Q for now, and roll on down to K4OG, Original Gangsta. How you doing there? Oh, this doesn't look right. Yeah, okay. There we go. How you doing there, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Hey, good evening, Eric. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Somebody put Gary, AAHCS, on my butt and told me I better start checking in. Don't make the Hamley miss me. So here I am, and I'll stick around for the net. Try to give a trivia answer. K4OG back to Eric.
Oh, no. Don't tell me you got a presidential citation, but not a good one. Anyway. All right, Mark. Well, hey, it's good to hear you tonight. Got you on the log and sticking around, and I hope your unpacking in the new QTH is going according to plan, or at least going along okay. So we'll talk to you in a bit, and we'll go on down to our next station, KF8BNF. Michael. How you doing tonight, Michael? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Hey, Eric. Good night. Good evening. Hope you had a good weekend. Stick around for the net. KF8BNF.
AF5. JB, Manitoba. Short time.
KE8VZA return. I did copy AF5JB, Matt, short time. We'll get to you in just a sec, Matt, and I'm going to touch base with one more check-in on the list here. KJ5, I believe it's EKW, Echo Kilo Whiskey. Kenny, how you doing tonight, and are you going to stick around for the main net? KJ5 EKW, this is KE8VZA. Kenny, are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
KJ5 EKW. Yeah, I plan on sticking around, listening to the trivia, playing the games, love it. Not much to say tonight, just enjoying this wonderful weather here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and with that, I'll give it back to you, Eric. Thank you so much for taking my check-in. This is KJ5 EKW.
W8WKY.
All right, very good, Kenny. Got you on the list here. Thanks for checking in, and we'll clear with KJ5 EKW for now. And we're going to go down and touch base with our short time station, also in Tulsa, is Matt, AF5JB. How you doing, Matt? And since you indicated your short time, do you have some? If you have some comments you'd like to share with the net, please go ahead this time.
Hey, add Fox Queen Victor to the list, KSFQV.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Good evening to you and everybody else at the net. Had a great
great weekend. And of course, went uptown and saw my friends and see how they were doing. About sitting around, about sitting good around the string and Langley up there, and go back and tell us about 1:15 this morning, and of course got my lobby done and all that. Went to the main event. Played the boys watched Batman there, and a couple of other games, and then got back to the house and played some Miss Batman and some other games there. So, and then of course, I'm gonna hang around the house and watch TV a little bit, and have me beer and I went to bed. So that's kind of hard to beat. But other than that, I'm doing all right. The business to start a whole new week. Just want to drop by and wave a hand. It's currently 80 degrees right now, which is almost I heard of this time of year around here, but it is what it is. But other than that, setting free. Thanks for having me on. You guys are going to stay a week out there, and until next time. And this is AFIJB Matt, City of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Start holding a week here, so back to the next show. Thanks again.
Okay, Matt, very good. I'm glad you had a good weekend and got the laundry done. I did not get mine done this weekend. Usually I do, but I'm off tomorrow, so we'll get caught up then. And glad you got to squeeze in all the essentials. So good to hear you tonight, Matt. Thanks for checking in, and you have a good. And we will talk to you, I'm sure, next time. So we'll clear with. To our next station, who I heard pop in there, is KC8FQV. How you doing, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Oh, yes, I will. I have a 90-minute drive. Just played on some steel. I was up at Cedar Point. Played on some steel towers. So, yep, I'll have you guys in on the run home, KCFQV. Well, no, the car's going to drive me home. But we got to get the BG numbers up to where they should be. They were low. So, KCFQV.
All right, very good, Mark. Glad you had time to go up to Cedar Point. It's always a good time up there. I haven't been there in a while, but very cool, very cool. Okay, John the Log is sticking around, and we have a couple more minutes here. If there are any other stations that would like to get on the log, BeaconNet. This is the BeaconNet pre-show. I am the pre-show net control station, KE8VZA, and I'm listening. KE8VZA returning. Yeah, it's a little quiet out there right now. We have quite a few check-ins here. Definitely enough for a good net. I have a trivia question ready to roll, and Alan should be joining us shortly. I don't see him in the blue screen yet, and don't see Ray yet, but I know they'll be here. Anybody else like to get on the log? We still have a couple minutes. Please call now. All right, no more takers. That's okay. If you're listening and you're thinking about it, there'll be more opportunities once the net gets rolling. Nick at Night, our net control station, will be on here in less than 2 minutes, and he will take some more check-ins. So, I was out and about this weekend. Was down at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, and not the other one, but the one in Ohio. And it was my son's fraternity's dad's weekend, so it was a blast. My voice was a little ragged because it seems like everywhere we were was very loud and you had to almost yell to talk. So, yeah, there's that. But it was fun. Good to see the kid, and he's doing well. And, looking forward to seeing him at the holidays. So, we're almost to the top of the hour, and we're going to go ahead and take a break, and then we'll call upon Nick at Night. KE8VZA returning. I do see another station that popped in on the blue screen here. Kevin, K6KJV. How you doing tonight, Kevin? And are you going to stick around for the big show, or as some people call it, the big shoe?
Well, this is K6KJV. Sorry, I'm having a little problem talking right now here, Eric. I think I got the name right this time. And, you know what? I think I'm going to stick around for the really big shoe and even the big top. So, let's send in the clowns. So with that, I'll shut up and pass the mic back to you there from K6KJV.
All right there, Kevin. Yeah, you got my name right this time. Very good, very good. So we got you on the list here, sticking around. K6KJV. We'll clear with you for now. And we are at the top of the hour, and we're going to go ahead and turn it over to our net control station, KE8QKO. Nick at Night, take it away.
All right, thank you, Eric. Fine business on the pre-show as always. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar, and I will be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside Network, and various other repeaters, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit, so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now.
W8WKY.
Okay, nothing heard. Here's how it's going to work tonight. We're going to start by taking a round of check-ins. We're going to go talk to our trivia masters, get the trivia questions read to us, and then we're going to start talking to everybody. But if you don't get in the first round, we're going to do more rounds of check-ins. We'll keep doing rounds of check-ins as long as people want to check into the net. So that's kind of how it's going to go. We're going to start with anyone who has not checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net. Please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, WB3K, Bill Canal Fulton.
Net control, please check in Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India, Mac in Arkansas.
All right, I've got WB3K Phil, and I have KI5 RFI Mac. Is there anyone else out there who wants to check into the beacon net? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard there. We're going to go up and talk to our trivia master or anything first, and masters later, because it looks like Alan is not here. He's almost always in the blue screen, nice and early when he comes on the net. He's not in the blue screen, and I think it's a safe bet he's not here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the trivia question from Eric. I'm going to start going through everybody that's checked in, get the primary answer from them, and then when Alan comes on the net, we'll go back through a recheck with everybody to get their alternate answer. So, KEA-VZA, Eric, would you read the primary question tonight, please?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the main trivia question. Here we go. This late actor held the call sign Kilo F6 Papa Zulu Hotel and once used his Oscar as a doorstop. Who is it? Your choices are Alpha, Charles Bronson, Bravo, Cary Grant, Charlie, Kirk Douglas, or Delta, Marlon Brando. I'll take a break for time and come back and read it again. KE8VZA back with the main trivia question. This late actor held the call sign Kilo Echo 6 Papa Zulu Hotel and once used his Oscar as a doorstop. Who is it? Your choices are Alpha, Charles Bronson, Bravo, Cary Grant, Charlie, Kirk Douglas, or Delta, Marlon Brando. And I will put this in the blue screen in a minute. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, I'm a little stumped on that one, Eric. That's I'm not sure which of those were hams. I know some of them. I think some of them were, but what gets me is the KE8 station. I think you said KE8 if I heard you right. Maybe I heard you wrong, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna think on that one and let it go. Now it's the Alan is not here yet. So let's go down and talk to people. Let's see what they have to say and see what they think of the KE6. Got it, KE6. Okay. Maybe that makes a little more sense. Let's go down and talk to everybody and see what they're doing. So, KC3SEG, Greg, how you doing, sir? Are you battening down some hatches in anticipation of a hurricane maybe coming across to your side of the state? Take it away, sir.
This is KC3SEG in Panama City Beach, Florida. No, Milton's not going to have any effect on us at all. Absolutely none. Maybe a little bit of clouds, but nothing more down in Tampa, Florida area. But I guess you need to answer. I'm going to go with, I believe that was A for Charles Bronson. I'm going to go with Charles Bronson for your first answer of your trivia. But turn it back over to net. This is KC3SEG.
All right, thank you, sir. Glad the storm's not going to bother you much, and we have your answer down as A for the primary answer. Like I said, once we get our alternate question read tonight, I'll come back and do a recheck with you. Next station, AB8MO. Andy, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for us tonight?
I don't know. Good tidings of great joy, maybe? I don't know. Depends on your interpretation. This is AB8MO. Okay. Well, I don't know if Eric went in and manually updated the field or if he managed to force a refresh. But in any case, congratulations. I figured out how to do the force the refresh, but you know, there is more than one way to skin it. So I guess Eric found out a way to skin that cat. to the Hat Fest, I didn't see any Sarah Club members down there. There wasn't. That's probably one of the smallest Hat Fests I went to go see. But hey, it was a great day. It was about an hour and a little over an hour and a half from here, which is about the most I'm willing to drive for a local or regional Hat Fest. Went to go pick my buddy Steve, who was the club president of the Warren Amateur Radio Association. We went down together, and he won 2 door prizes in the 50-50, and I won diddly squat. And we both bought the same amount of tickets in the same denomination. So I don't know what was going on, but he walked away with a DX gift certificate and an SDR handheld receiver and over $100 in the 50-50 winnings. So I'd say he did pretty darn well at that Amfest. So good for him. And let's see here. It's about all I did this weekend. Of course, for the K3LR Superstation showing, that is exactly the same day as my concert is. So I won't be going to that. Let me drop it a sec. So anyway, the crackle should be gone. I'm coming in through my node now. I'll probably just disconnect 0 and 5 after I'm done here, because it looks like I don't think Mark was coming in through 0 and 5 anyway. I think he was coming in. I don't know if he was coming in through a DV switch or what. But anyway, I'm probably not going to stay up for the whole net. And I don't want to leave it connected all night. So. I forgot what else I was going to say. I guess I'll just throw it back to you as soon as I unkey our member. Thanks for picking up the net there, Sir Nick at night. And imagine I'll probably see you at the MAPS Air Museum Hamfest. A little bit closer to everybody else. It's only about a little over an hour drive for me versus the hour and a half that I drove yesterday. So marginally closer, but still not close. What can I say? I live in the middle of nowhere. Back to you there, Nick. This is AB and MO.
All right, Andy. Well, thanks for checking in there, sir. And I will say, I guess you win some, you lose some. Did we get your answer for the primary trivia question out of all that? I don't remember hearing it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I missed. As soon as I unkeyed, I realized I didn't give an answer. I don't know. I'll go with Marlon Brando because the name sounds funny to me. That's as good a reason as any. Back to you, Nick, AB and MO.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, sir. And yeah, I'm also going to miss that Superstation tour. Unfortunately, that's probably the worst weekend in October for me. The second worst weekend would be the weekend after it. But I'll miss that as well. I got some stuff going on. Got a busy weekend planned. Anyway, got your answer down for Delta, sir. Thank you. And I think he said he might be short time based on his comment. So I'm going to go down and talk to K4OG, because I have not talked to K4OG in quite a while. How you doing, Mark? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
I'm back. It was a long drive and a long week. Had a lot to do down there in Owensboro, Kentucky. And good to be back. I can get some rest. I can brag about my 7100 in the truck with the ICOM Auto-Tune 740 antenna sticking on the back, the HF. Man, I was talking on East Coast reflector nets and this net and that net on 40 meters all the way down Saturday, and today coming back up. Seemed like a DX kind of day on 12 meters, and I was talking to Victor in Northwest Ireland and Jose in Northern Spain, and so The ICOM antenna, I was kind of disappointed at first, but it's a traveler. You just got to take it for a ride. There you go, K4OG. Better get my answer. I'm going to go with Marlon Brando. K4OG, back to net.
All right, thank you there, Mark. Got your answers down there for Delta. I'm glad everything worked out. Were you guys impacted by the storms? Curious.
Just a little rain event and not very much, in Owensboro. So we're blessed with that one. So thanks for asking, K4OG.
All right, Mark, good to hear you. Glad everything worked out for you. And I guess I misunderstood your statement when you meant you were back. That means you were back in Ohio. I thought that meant you were back on the net. That's all right. Good to hear you out there. We're going to get back to you here in a minute anyway, because we have Alan showing up in the blue screen, which means Alan should be here. And we should have an alternate trivia question. Oh, before I go to Alan, I need to identify. This is KEAQKO and the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive also with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. And we are going through check-ins for the Beacon Net. But before we continue going through check-ins, we're going to talk to Alan to get the alternate trivia question read for us. So, Alan, KI5DAY, could you read the alternate question for us, sir?
Kilo India 5 Delta Alpha Yankee. Good evening, Nick at night. And Larry says howdy. Yeah, how's my signal? I'm on RF right now.
You're a little staticky, but you're readable.
Yeah, I keep getting that I'm staticky over here on RF, so I might just switch over to Allstar. Matter of fact, give me just 1 second here. KI5DAY returning. Is this any better, just Nick?
Yes, sir, that is much better. Go ahead and take it away.
Okay, thank you. I don't know why I'm having troubles with the Claremore repeater with static the last couple of days, but tonight's alternate trivia question. We're ready to go here. I don't know exactly how to pronounce this gentleman's name, but in 2013, Joa de Souza was fatally crushed when one of these things fell through the roof of his home in Brazil. Was it A, 3 large solar panels, B, his family cow, C, a pile of bricks he had removed from his chimney to use on another project, or D, a gang of migratory Cornwaldo bean leprechauns dancing an Irish jig? I should have put KI5DAY returning. I think I timed out, but I should have put letters in there. I'll make the correction in the blue screen on the question. But that's tonight's alternate trivia. KI5DAY.
All right, thank you, Alan, for another fine alternate trivia question. We appreciate it. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to run through our 4 check-ins we already have. We're going to get a recheck from them and get their alternate answer, and then we'll continue through the rest of our list. So we'll start with KZ3SEG. Greg, what's the answer for your alternate question?
KC3SEG, my answer to my ultimate question, I'm going to say solar panels, number one for the solar panels. That's for my answer there. And hey, thank you for correcting that in that net logger. I see it's now correct. That sounds great. So thanks for running the net there, and I'll be monitoring throughout. This is KC3SCG down here in Panama City Beach, Florida. Have a good evening.
All right, thank you, Greg. Got your alternate answer for Alpha. Next, we're going to go to Aviate-MO to get his alternate answer. Andy, take it away.
Aviate-MO, it's time for bed. I'm going to go with Charlie. A pile of bricks he had removed from his chimney to use for another project. Back to you there, Nick. Aviate-MO.
Cloud.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Not sure what that other thing was, but I'm sure they'll come back to us with an actual comment when we open it up for more check-ins. Let's go to K4OG Mark to get his answer for the alternate question. Mark, take it away.
Hey, thanks again, Nick at Night. Wow, Alan. Well, Alan's kind of silly on the net, so I'm going to go with the silliest answer I see and say, bravo, his family cow. K4OG back to net.
All right, thank you, Mark. The family cow is Bravo. Got your answer for Bravo. All right, the other answers we had here was AI5Q, who gives his answers in the blue screen, but we haven't got to his comments yet. And he threw out Charlie, or 3, but it's going to be Charlie officially. Okay, this is K8QKO, the WWK1 repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. Back on my proper identification cadence. And our next station we're going to talk to is K5CFY. Ray, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo 5, Charlie Foxtrot Yankee. Ray, are you out there, and do you have comments for the Beacon Net?
Lane TPL standing by radio check.
W8WKY.
Last station. Sorry, I did not fully catch your call sign. Can you come back with it again, please?
Yeah, my call is K9 Kilo Delta 9 Tango Papa Lima. And that
I'm sorry, sir. Can you come back with that one more time?
my call is Kilo Delta 9 Tango Papa Lima. K9 GPS.
All right, copy that, sir. Kilo Delta 9 Tango Papa Lima. Is that correct?
Delta 9 Tango Papa Lima, correct?
Copy that, KD9 Tango Papa Lima. Got you in there. And we will get to you here in a little bit, Alvin, here at the bottom of our list. We're going through check-ins for the Beacon at the moment. We're trying to reach K5CFY. And we will get down to you here in a little bit. So, Ray, if you're up, come back with comments on the Beacon Net, please call now. All right, nothing heard from Ray. Perhaps he'll have to recheck with us a little bit later. Let's go down and talk to KF8ADQ. Joe, I believe.
This is KF8ADQ Joe. Not a whole lot going on in my area. Just enjoying watching high school football. My local team, my alma mater, is actually doing surprisingly well this year, which is new for them. So having a good time following them around Northeast Ohio. As for trivia, I'm going to go for Delta for the first primary trivia question, and I'm going to go for Bravo for the alternate. And that is it. So KF8ADQ, back to net.
All right, thank you, Joe. If you don't mind me asking, who's your alma mater? KF8ADQ, this is KEQK. I was curious to copy my last. I was curious who your alma mater was. Did you grow up around Kent, or are you new to...
Yes. Sorry, my alma mater is Field Local Schools. I am actually grew up in Kent, or not Kent, Brimfield Township, and I'm still in Brimfield Township. So my kids go to the same school that I went to. So yeah, Field Local Schools. They are 7-1 right now, I believe.
All right, not too bad, not too bad. That was a Waterloo grab myself, so I was kind of curious. Yeah, it sounds like they're doing pretty good. Good to hear it. You have your answers down there as Delta and Bravo. Our next two stations are in and out. That's K8MNT and W8DEC, which takes us down to AI5Q Jarris. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good evening, AI5Q here, and not a lot. Just got my trivia answers down as Delta and 3, or Charlie, depending on when you read it on the blue screen, so it's all good. Not a lot going on. Noelle had a busy weekend camping with the Order of the Arrow, which is the honors club for Boy Scouts. And then she had a Tulsa Youth Symphony Orchestra practice and tryouts this afternoon, and she fell asleep on the way there. It's only a 20-minute drive, and she fell asleep on the way there. She was so tired from the camp out, so that was kind of funny. And then I came back home. The little kids went out and sold popcorn and all that, so just a busy, fun-filled day. We started out with church at 8:30, then Sunday school, then I had to go pick Noelle up from the camp out an hour away and bring her home an hour and all that kind of stuff. So just usual running around for a family of 5 kids there. AI5Q, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Jarris. We have your answers down with Delta and Charlie, and congratulations on the Order of the Arrow. I think I did that this last spring. It wasn't unpleasant, but I have a particular theory on it. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. Glad you got through it okay, and it's good to have a nice long weekend where you do some service hours and enjoy your weekend. So yeah, nice to hear it. So right, and yeah, I'll say 5 kids. Whew, I run around with 1 kid and I get tired. I don't know how to do it with 5 kids. But good luck to you, sir. The next station we already talked to is K4OG. We have his trivia as Delta and Bravo. And then we are down to KF8DNF. Michael. How you doing, Michael? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KB9 GPM.
All right, I'm going to take it right there, KD9 TPL. Alvin, we have you logged in. We're going through everybody that's already logged into the Beacon Net, and we will get you're kind of at the bottom of the list right now. We will get to you when we get down to the bottom of the list. So just stand by, sir, and we will get your comments. Unless you are short time or have some emergency traffic, if you do, come back now. All right, nothing heard there, Alvin. We'll get down to you here in just a moment, sir. Just be patient. We had a number of check-ins here before you got in. So we're going to try to talk to you, KF8BNF. Michael, how you doing, sir? Are you out there? Do you have comments on that?
We lost some hubs, I think. KSFQV.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. That may be the issue. So perhaps maybe we can get those reconnected, and we can talk to them again a little bit later. Then we could get back to KF8BNF. So next we're going to go down and talk to KJ5EKW. Kenny, hi Kenny, how you doing? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Kilo Julia 5 Echo Kilo Whiskey. Thank you so much for having me, Nick. Don't have a whole lot for the net tonight. Just been enjoying this beautiful weather. Tried to get out in the yard and do a little bit of yard work. Had a big giant tree branch fall in my yard and spent the day chainsawing and trying to get it all cut up ready for the burn barrel. My answer for the first question, I missed the first question, so I'm going to shoot in the dark and say Charlie, because that's a good old standby. But as far as for the second question, I'm going to take an educated guess as an electrician. I'm guessing he probably started to take apart the bricks and set them aside and completely forgot they were there, and it just was too much of a load. It's what happens on the job site. It's what I did today with the logs I cut down. I only got a fraction of them burnt. And my answer for the second question is Charlie as well. So double C's, Charlie, how I like it. With that, I will give it back to you, Nick. Thank you so much for having me. This is Kilo Julia 5 Echo Kilo Whiskey. Back to net control.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Kenny. We got you in there, and you got your answers down for Charlie. And Charlie, you know, you bring a good point up. Maybe we'll go back and reread those trivia questions to make sure anyone out there who has checked in and would like to hear them again can hear them. And anyone out there who's waiting to check in can hear them before they check in. So, this is KEQK with a WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We're going to reread our trivia questions to continue down through our check-ins. So let's start with K8VZA. Eric, would you reread the primary question, sir?
KE8QKO, and this is KE8VZA. Before I reread the trivia question, just want to let you know, if you didn't see in the blue screen, Michael, K8BNF, was reading his answers and his comments, it wasn't making it through to the 390. I heard it on the 700 machine, but I think maybe everything's connected again. But I think FQV had a point there. Something dropped for a sec there. So maybe if you would touch base with him again and see if he's still around. Thanks. Main trivia question. Let me flip over to it here. Let me take a break for time. I'll be right back. KE8VZA returning with the main trivia question. This actor held the call sign of Kilo Echo 6, Papa Zulu Hotel, and once used his Oscar as a doorstop. Who is it? Alpha, Charles Bronson. Bravo, Cary Grant. Charlie, Kirk Douglas. Or Delta, Marlon Brando. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Yeah, I did not see that. I'll get back to BNF here in a moment. Let's go on and talk to KF5DAY Alan to get the alternate question read for us again. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net with tonight's alternate trivia question. Here goes. Pay attention. In 2013, Joa de Sousa, let's try that again. In 2013, Joa de Sousa was fatally crushed when which one of these things fell through the roof of his home in Brazil? Was it A, 3 large solar panels, B, his family cow, C, a pile of bricks he had removed from his chimney to use on another project, or D, a gang of migratory Cornwall-bean leprechauns dancing an Irish jig? KI5DAY, back to Nick.
All right, thank you, Alan. Let's go on and talk to KF8BNF again. Michael, are you out there, and do you have comments for the BeaconNet tonight?
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Bravo November Foxtrot here. For the trivia, I'm going to go with Delta and Bravo. And I was just saying, I'm glad that the Indians are good this year because the Browns are getting really depressing. And I can't wait until we get rid of Deshaun Watson. It's a good weekend overall, and I'm looking forward to the Nor's POTA party that's coming up on Saturday for my first POTA, and kind of looking to going portable. KF8 BNF, back to net.
All right, thank you, Michael. Yeah, I didn't see the game today, but I read something about it earlier that apparently he didn't like the call the coach made and walked off the field. You can't make that stuff up, can you? Anyway, we have your answers down as Delta and Bravo. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your patience and checking in. Next station we have here is KC8FQV Mark. How you doing, Mark? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? Kilo Charlie 8, Foxtrot, Quebec, Victor, Mark, are you out there? Do you have comments for the BeaconNet? Okay, perhaps we'll have to get back with Mark later. Not sure what happened there. Maybe we can get a recheck from him. Let's go talk to K6KJV Kevin. How you doing, Kevin? I think you're out there. What do you have for us tonight?
Well, hello there, Mr. Nick at Night, and the rest of the crew, and everybody else on the net. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and I really ain't got too much going. I'm kind of glad that Alan changed the identifiers for the answers, because he was way beyond my counting level there. I can only get up to maybe 2. So with that, my answers are going to be Delta and Delta. Double D's. That's right. Them frisky little Cornwall-bean leprechauns, they might be migratory, but they're not illegal, and they don't eat cats. So with that, I'll say God bless 73 and pass the mic back to you there, sir, from K6KJV.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Got your answers down there for Double D. Thanks for checking in with there. Yeah, I don't play the on the count thing. I'm not a big. I don't like to count either, but I appreciate you checking in. All right, so we're at the bottom of our original pre-check list. I'm ready to go through the check-ins that we've had since the start of the net. And that first one is WB3K Phil. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Phil, are you out there? Do you have comments for the Beacon Net?
This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. I think I'm about ready to doze off. Sorry, Nick. It's good to hear you this evening. And thank you, Eric. It was nice working with you this weekend also at the test session. And also Jerry. So anyway, I'll go with Brando and the bricks on the second question. And excuse me. And also, let's see, what did I do this weekend besides the test sessions? We went to the Maps Museum. The military branches had an open venue for supporting avenues of getting help in many different faceted areas that military receives help for, whether it's medical, dog tags, if there's any things with your records that need to be looked at and changed, whatever, or amended. So it was a nice time. Robin and I went together up there, and it was very, very nice. Wonderful day. And today, even though today was like still air and very cool, but boy, we just loved it, and had windows open and stuff to enjoy the freshness outside. With that, Nick, back over to you, and everyone on the net. Please have a very blessed evening in the Lord, and much love from Robin and I to all of you. So, KQO, WB3K, back to you, Nick, and thank you very much.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Phil. Have your answers down there for Delta and Charlie. Yeah, it sounds like it's been a pretty good thing there at the Maps here Museum. I didn't really know about it. I might have gone down there and checked it out. But, yeah, get some rest, sir. Sounds like you had a pretty busy weekend. And thanks for checking in with us. This is KEAQKO and the WWQI repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And our next station you have here is KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, good evening, fellow Beaconetters, or whatever we call us. We had another blistering hot day here in Arkansas, just like Oklahoma. It's dry and hot. The farmers around here are already experiencing level 2 drought and having to feed hay, and it's way too early for that. My answer to the trivia questions are going to be, for the first one, that sounds like something that Marlon Brando would do. So I think I'll go with Delta on that one. As far as Alan's question, here's what happened there. That farmer lived in a house built into the hillside, so the top of the roof of the house was level with the cattle field. So when Larry the rubber chicken flew south for the winter, he got a little too close to that cow and scared it, and it went over across the top of the rooftop and fell through and killed the guy. So that's my answer. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mac. I believe that would be Bravo for the cow and Delta for the primary question. Thanks for the fine story there, Mac. I wasn't aware of how that happened, but I was curious how a cow would get on the roof, so that explains it. Next, we're going to talk to KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good afternoon, Nick. Oh, Mac, that was a good one from him. As far as the main trivia question, well, I possibly would say Marlon Brando would be one of those guys that uses his Oscar as a doorstop. And then, of course, I would, as far as the Allen's alternate, well, I would not dare think about taking all the bricks down from the side of the house. That's possibly what he did. And the roof goes caving in on you. So I'd say there are other well-known people that also use their Oscars as doorstops too. So I'll send it back to net control with, shall we say, DNC.
All right, thank you, Tim. Thanks for checking in there, and we have your answers down for Delta and Charlie. That takes us down to Kilo Delta 9, Tango Papa Lima, KD9 TPL. Alvin, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beaconette tonight?
Okay, this is KD9.
KD9 TPL, K8QKO. I heard about half of your call sign and your signal dropped. So if you are out there and want to come back to us with your comments on that, please call now.
What happened to the net? This is Kilo Delta 9, Tango Papa Lima, standing by.
KD9 TPL, we were losing connection with you there. I'm not sure what was going on. I heard you talk a little bit and then it dropped, and then I heard you talk a little bit and then it dropped, and then I heard you ask him what happened to the net. So you're on right now. So why don't you come back with your comments?
I don't have any comments. My battery is low and haste.
All right, I heard you say you didn't really have any comments. Do you have answers for our trivia? All right, Alvin, I'm not sure what's going on. I heard a little bit of your voice, and then it cut off again. We're looking for your answers for the trivia. I think you said you didn't have any comments. So if you want to come back with your answers phonetically, I'd appreciate it. All right, all I heard was some activity. I saw activity. I didn't hear any traffic. Sounds like it might be having some connection issues tonight, Alvin. Perhaps if the net goes on and you hear us and we're pretty solid for you, you can come back and recheck with us, and we can get your answers for the trivia. Maybe if you decide you have any comments, we can get them at that time. but I'm afraid I'm going to have to move on at the moment. I need to go down and talk to KD8SLG Nick, who's getting ready to go to bed. So, Nick, take it away, sir. Okay, nothing heard from Nick there. Sounds like he might have gone to bed. He said in the blue screen he was going to sleep, and so hopefully I was trying to catch him before he did that. But, all right, good night, Nick. Sleep well. Got you in there. This is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're at the bottom of our list. We can take some new check-ins. Anyone out there that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
And this is 2 meter frequency on this is 70.
Okay, KD9 TPL. If you're out there and you want to come back, I heard something there from you about a frequency. Come on back now.
W8WKY.
Yeah. Saying, this is 2 broadcast and I've done it with 77 meters, but I heard something about 147. So this is 2.
All right, Alvin, I really was not able to make any of that out. I'm sorry, but we're going to kind of have to move on. It seems like there's some connection issues between whatever node you're coming into and what's coming into our repeater. Sorry about that, sir, but I have to move on to the next station and get some more check-ins in here and see how everybody's doing. The next station I have from the blue screen was VK2DY, and then I'm going to open up here any additional check-ins. Please call now.
KD5BWJ, Allen and Broken Arrow, Kilo Delta 5 Bravo with Juliet.
Okay, I have KD5 BWJ, Alan. Is there anyone else out there who would like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to the stations we've got. We've got VK2DY, Robert from Sydney, Australia. How you doing, Robert? How's life down there in Australia treat you? All right, well, we got Robert from the blue screen. It's me. It's possible he might not be listening yet. Might have just checked on NetLogger, so we'll get back to him here in a little bit, I'm sure. Let's go down and talk to KD5BWJ Allen. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
This is KD5BWJ and Broken Arrow, Just wanted to check in. I didn't know y'all had a net on Sunday night. Let's see, I've been scanning through the channels. I heard you guys on there. Is this net every Sunday night? I take it it's at 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir. We run the net every night at 9 o'clock your time, or every Sunday and Wednesday night, actually. We at 9 o'clock your time, 10 o'clock Eastern time. We're actually in Ohio, in Doylestown, Ohio. We have a number of people from the premier area that check in the net, so we link up the repeaters, and we all have a good conversation. So the net starts at 10 o'clock. We have pre-checks that start around 9:30, and yeah, so we have a good time and talk to everybody. So that's the net. Oh, I should identify. This is KEQKO, the WWQR repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total mobile form 114 Mark 8, which doesn't really matter to you, but I make sure I mention that in case somebody's driving around locally and wants to listen and check in. This is the Sarah Club Beacon Net that runs every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central Time. Hope that covered all your information you needed. Yeah, go ahead and come on back with your comments. We also have trivia, so if you didn't hear our trivia questions, I'm guessing you didn't, we can have those read for you, and you can try to answer those.
Okay, fine business. Yeah, like I said, I was just scanning through the band. Well, I tell you what, 10 and 11 open pretty good every morning and every afternoon. Been monitoring that lately, especially on 10 meters there, the amateur band. But anyway, yeah, give me the trivia questions and see if I can answer it.
Absolutely, sir. Let's go up and talk to K8VZA Eric to get our primary question read again. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the main trivia question. This late actor held the call sign Kilo Echo 6, Papa Zulu Hotel, and once used his Oscar as a doorstop. Who is it? Choices are Alpha, Charles Bronson; Bravo, Cary Grant; Charlie, Kirk Douglas; or Delta, Marlon Brando. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Let's go and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate question read. Alan, take it away.
Kilo India 5, Delta Alpha Yankee. Hi, Alan. This is Alan. Tonight's alternate trivia question. This is a question that's alternative to the regular question, which I usually come up every week, and it's a little off the beaten path, so you'll kind of have to pay attention. But this is just a question in general, so good luck guessing it. And here's tonight's alternate trivia. Let me let this drop. Here we go. In 2013, Joa de Souza was fatally crushed when which one of these things fell through the roof of his home in Brazil? Was it A, 3 large solar panels; B, his family cow; C, a pile of bricks he removed from his chimney to use on another project; or D, a gang of migratory Cornwaldo bean leprechauns dancing an Irish jig? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Let's go back down to KD5BWJ, Alan, the other Alan, the new Alan. Take it away, sir.
First question, if I can get it all straight in my head, don't have anything to write on. First question, I'm just going to take a wild guess and say D as in Delta. Second question, I'm going to say A as in Alpha.
All right, thank you, sir. We have you down for Delta and Alpha. Also, if you ever want to check into the net again, you're always welcome to join us. We're happy to have you. We use a tool called NetLogger. It's a program you can download onto a Windows machine, and you can see the beacon net and see who's checked in, see where you're on the list. But there's also this almost instant messenger window where people talk on the side of the net. It has a lot more information, a lot more shenanigans that go on behind the scenes. And we usually post our trivia questions there. So if you ever want to check in the net and you don't quite catch the trivia question, you can always usually see it there. But thanks for checking in there, sir. We have your answers down for Delta and Alpha, and come back anytime. This is K8QKO on the WWQR repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Is there anyone else out there that wants to check in the beacon net? Please call now.
All right, W3. This is KD5BWJ, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, clear.
Okay, double. Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee, VK2DY.
All right, I'll take it there. I got VK2DY. Were you doubling with the other station there, Robert, or was that somebody else?
W8WKY.
That was me, VK2DY.
All right, sounds good, sir. Go ahead and take it away.
Good afternoon. This is Robert, VK2DY in northwestern Sydney. Just 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Monday afternoon, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We sprang forward our clocks on Sunday morning, so we're now on Daylight Savings Time until I think April. But anyway, we're now on the summertime, and so it's light until after 7 now, which is really, really nice. Anyway, other than that, it's currently about 28, which is 82 Fahrenheit. That's an easy one to work with. And the sun is shining, sky is blue. Beautiful day here in Sydney. It's also a holiday. It's Labor Day here. It's the last holiday before Christmas. So once the holiday ends here, everything is going to be focused towards Christmas and the end of the year. So I'm preparing for the onslaught here. Anyway, other than that, I'm going to go with Delta, Marlon Brando, and let's see, how about Bravo? That's just too weird to not be true, I think. So let's go with the cow. VK2DY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Robert. We got your answers down there for Delta and Bravo. And as you know, we still have a couple more holidays here before Christmas. We have Halloween and Thanksgiving. I got to tell you, though, the stores already have the Christmas stuff out. I don't know why it's so early. But I guess they're all trying to get a jump on each other to sell that stuff and make some money. Anyway, thanks for checking in there. And don't forget, in about a month, we will be moving our clocks back, so then our times will shift another hour in the other direction. So, good times. All right, is there anyone else out there that would like to check in the beaconnet? Please call now.
Hey, net control, KSFQV.
Oh, there he is. Go ahead, Mark. We called you earlier. Missed you. So come on back with your traffic.
All right. Yeah, I didn't just skip on the trivia. I was just listening and see what it is. Yeah, I went up to Cedar Point today. Finally. Well, I rode 5-6 coasters in about an hour and a half time. So it was pretty good for riding coasters in that tonight. And, yeah, I was listening on the 48496, and then I suddenly sort of dropped, and I said, gee, what's going on? Am I having problems, or but it looked like it was connected. So I said, well, what I'll do, I'll drop it and go over to the repeater side and see if that's up, and it was. So that went, well, you heard me, that. So I don't know if there was a problem somewhere, but maybe it got fixed and whatever. I know Nick's behind that dashboard and that, so. But, yeah, it was a good time up there. A lot of decorating they do for Halloween. And, I'm not over at Castaway. I had to stop and use the little room. People talk and say, well, why don't they have Winterfest here? You couldn't do, you could do Winterfest, but do you want to stand with the wind with Lake Erie's brutal winds? I don't know. I'm at Castaway Bay, which is not right on the lake. Well, on the lake, but it's some sheltering, but it's still windy. So we'll send it back your way, Eric, and we'll be listening here while I drive home. KC8FQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. I think the biggest part of like a Winterfest is they probably have to winterize everything, and then they're not going to de-winterize the entire park for one day or one weekend. That seems like quite a waste of resources. Plus, then you have to deal with like de-icing the roller coasters and how they behave in that sort of environment. So, yeah, I can see a Winterfest not being a big money draw for Cedar Point. Anyway, thanks for checking in there, Mark. We appreciate it. And we're at the bottom of our list. But I think before we start taking check-ins, we're going to go up and talk to our net control team. We're going to start with K8VZA. Eric, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, we're going to make one comment quick, case of
K8VZA. Doing well. I'm going to abstain from the first question, obviously. And for the alternate trivia, I agree with Robert. The cow, it's just so crazy. It must be true. So I'm going to go with Bravo, and for the alternate. And I had a really good weekend. My son is a junior at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, and their frat had a dad's weekend this weekend. So a lot of the dads came down, spent some time with their sons, and some beer was consumed, some good times were had, and we got to check out their new chapter house, which is being refurbished, and it's pretty cool. So it was nice to see him again. Haven't seen our son since mid-August when he left for school. Well, we drove down with him, got him moved in, but that's the last time we saw him. So it was good to be there. Good time. A little tired, but I strategically took tomorrow off as a recovery day. So there you have it. So that's about all I have here. I did not hear Mark FQV's trivia answer. If somebody could tell me or just pop them in the blue screen there, I'll get them on the log. Thanks. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Yeah, I did not hear it either. I was hoping you did. So I'm going to go back to Mark. So, Mark, if you're out there, keep listening. I'm going to get to you here after we go through the net control stations. I'm going to call you back out to get your trivia. But don't give it to me now because I'm calling for other people. Next, we have KD8EPC Dustin. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Okay, nothing here from Dustin. I'm guessing he went to bed. So that's all right. KDSLG went to bed, gave us his answers as Delta and Delta. WHRF and K8YUK are both in and out tonight because they are cleaning windows. And that takes us down to KI5DAY Allen. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KI5DAY in the net with Larry, the rubber chicken. Yeah, what do I have for the net tonight? I have shake and bake, and I help. Yeah, there was a commercial that came out years ago, and that this little girl was helping her mom with shake
and bake. And they made dinner successfully, and the little girl says, it's shake and bake, and I help. So I'm assuming she's from, like, Tennessee in the hills or Appalachia or something. Anyways, we like shake and bake here, too. I haven't had it in years. Rates right up there with potted meat. Yeah, get you some of that. Or some Devil's Underwood Spam. I got in trouble when I was a kid for calling it underwear spam all the time. I was told I shouldn't say that. So, but anyways, what else is new? I'm tired as the dickens. It's been a long week. Last week was a little frustrating at work, but we got through it. And then this week, my work partner's on vacation, so that'll be even more fun. We'll see how that goes. Let me let this drop. Been chasing some HF over the last week or so. Got another Yaesu FT891 in my shack now to match the one for field day so I could learn the radio like the back of my hand. And it's working well with my little MSJ manual tuner and going quite nicely. So don't have much else. My brain's in a blender because I'm tired as the dickens. But I don't know. I'll let you have it back. KI5DAY 73.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Alan. Did I catch your answer for the primary question?
I forgot to give it to you. Let's go with Charles Bronson, A, I believe. KI5DAY.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answer down for Alpha. This is KAQKO with a WWKY repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. Talking to everybody on the beacon net. Next, we have to go back down and talk to KC8FQV Mark to get his answers for the trivia because I think we missed them. Mark, can you come back with your answers, please?
All right, KC8FQV. Well, I would just say C and do that. And when the parks like Kings Island, they have just a limited number of the rides open. Now all the coasters are up. Matter of fact, down at Kings Island, the only two that are running, I believe. I don't know if one of the kiddie coasters is running or not, but is the Mystic Timber. That was designed so it could run in the winter, and then that Flight of Fear, it runs in the winter. But, you know, the Racer and Beast, and the other steel coasters and Diamondback, none of them they don't run any of them, so it's a limited operation. You know, but they have a lot of lighting. There's different things the kids decorate cookies and that kind of stuff. So it's a little different than what the summertime is. But yeah, on the answer, I'm going to just say Charlie, and we'll listen out here. So we'll send it back your way, Eric, KC8FQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got your answers down for Charlie and Charlie. We're at the bottom of our list. Anyone out there who'd like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. Maybe we're kind of getting down to the end here. Let's go up and get our trivia answers, and then we'll do another round of check-ins or rechecks, and then probably wrap it up here. Let's go talk to K8VZA Eric. Would you mind reading the answer to the primary question? Oh, and if I didn't say it earlier, I thought I did. My answers are Charlie and Alpha.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA back here with the main trivia answer. So the late actor that held the call sign KE6PZH and once used his Oscar as a doorstop was Marlon Brando. Pardon me, had a coughing fit there. Delta, Marlon Brando is the answer. And Marlon Brando. He died in L.A. July 1st. They didn't have a year here. Anyway, he was 80 years old when he died, and he was known to hams worldwide as KE6PZH, and he also had another call sign, Foxtrot Oscar 5 Golf Juliet, that was from his private island in French Polynesia. And in the FCC database, he's listed as Martin Brando, and that was his real name. And in an interview on Larry King, he commented, the interview was in 1994, he commented about ham radio and said it provided him with the opportunity to just be himself. So there you have it, Marlon Brando, Delta, KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Appreciate that question. Let's go ahead and talk to KI5DAY and get the answer for your alternate question. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY returning. Wow, who'd have thunk it? Marlon Brando. That's crazy. I would have never suspected him being a ham operator. And I hope he doesn't talk like the Godfather voice whenever he's on the radio, because it'd be hard to understand him. It sounds like he's got a mouthful of marshmallows when he talks like that. Anyways, wow, man, my alternate trivia question answer coming up here. Let me let this drop. All right, my question was, in 2013, Joel De Souza was fatally crushed when which one of these things fell through the roof of his home in Brazil? Was it A, 3 large solar panels, B, his family cow, C, a pile of bricks he had removed from his chimney to use on another project, or D, a gang of migratory cornwall bean leprechauns dancing an Irish jig? Before I give the answer, somebody elaborated a bit too much on the answer. I don't know if he looked it up or not, but yeah, the answer is his family cow. Let me let this drop again and I'll explain. Apparently, this dude and his wife were sitting in the living room. Unbeknownst to them, they were eating a bag of Funyuns, I'm sure, or something like that. But they had a house that was next to a hillside, and unfortunately, their family cow was grazing, and up there above it, and stepped onto the roof unexpectedly. And I don't know that ever happened before, but he did come through, crashed, and landed on the man. The cow weighed close to a little over 1,000 pounds or something. He was a big one. May have been a bull for all I know, but they said he was rather large, and crushed him and almost hit the wife. So, death by cow. Cowabunga. KI5DAY, back to you.
Cowabunga indeed there, Alan. Thank you for another fine alternate question. Okay, we're back on the bottom of our list here, and we're going to do one more round of anyone who missed everything and wanted to check in after the trivia answers were given. For anyone that would like to recheck, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KE8VZA, KD8SLG, KD8EPC, KI5DAY, W8HRF, and K8YUK. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Barometer Net, or not the Barometer, the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WAWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WAWKY-R. You're welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKR repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to Beacon Net. This is KE8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.
KI5DAY, are you still on the air?
That depends on how much money you got and who's asking. Hi.
Well, hey, Alan, this is KI5RFI. Hey, I just wanted you to know that I did not look up the answer to your trivia question. I was just making all that up so I could throw in the bit about the rubber chicken flying south. So there you go. Have a great evening, bud.
Yeah, QSL, I kind of wondered because I thought, well, it's the way you talked about it, you were laughing the whole time, so I figured maybe you were just making that up. But it was something very similar to that. I guess the house was very close to the side of the hill there. I don't know that it was buried into the side of the hill. It didn't elaborate. I kind of assumed that might have been exactly what it was, one of those houses buried into the side, especially it was down in Brazil on a farm. But, yeah, I mean, what a way to go, man. I mean, somebody said in the blue screen, utter disaster, UDDR. But, yeah, that's pretty silly. But, yeah, it might have been a rubber chicken that came screaming by, possibly one of Larry's descendants, and scared the poor cow. And poor Joa, yeah, he just wanted some milk, and the next thing he knows, he got a whole lap full of cow. All good. Back to you, KI5DAY.
Yeah, very good. Well, I know down around Winslow here in Arkansas, there are some houses that are built into the side of a hill like that with actually truly do have cows running around on top of the housetop. So I had seen that, and that's what made me think of that. And I thought that was a good one. Hey, that was a great question there. You enjoy your restful evening there, and don't work too hard this week. KI5RFI.
Yeah, hopefully they won't beat us to death at American. One of my coworkers is gone, like I said, but we've got plenty of time on this plane and not a great amount of hostilities, I think, in the cargo where I work. Hopefully we'll see. But, yeah, oddly enough, I looked that up, by the way, there are a lot of examples and even some videos, strangely enough, of cows on roofs. Lord knows why, and mostly because things built too close to a hill like that, I guess rooftops, barns or mini barns or whatever, sheds. Yeah, so it's probably several other ones. I've read about a couple more that fell through the roof somewhere, but strange things. But anyway, 73 KI5DA, well, I'll be clear.